All right, so in this question, we want to factor the greatest common factor from this expression. So looking at the expression, we have two type of variables. First of all, we have the coefficients, which is 12 minus 24 and plus 18. So let's start with those first. So what we have, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to look for their factors, and then remember, we are looking for the greatest common factor, right? So if we read it this way, we see the factor first and common, and the greatest means the biggest factor, right? Possible. So now what we have here, 12, what are the factors for 12? There, 12 itself, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? For 24, we do the same thing. So what are the number that divides 24? We have 24 itself. We have, let's start with 8 first, 12. So we get 12, 8, 6, 4, 3, and 1. All right. And for 18, we have 18 again, 9, 6, 3, and 2, and 1. So what we are looking for the biggest common of these factors, right? So if I'm looking for 12, for example, I don't have to see 12 on under 24, but I don't see it. Well, I see it here as well on 12. So I could to take 12 for 12 and 24. However, for 18, I don't have 12. All right, so what is the biggest number? 9, obviously not, it's not in common. 8 is not in common. What about 6? So let's see. 6 is present here, is present here, and present here. So the greatest common factor, therefore, it would be 6, all right? That's the biggest divider of 12, 24, and 18. So that's the first number we're gonna pull out, right? Now, for the other variables, all right, so what we got, for example, the R. Do you see the R squared here? There is a R and there is a R here as well, right? So every time you don't see the exponents, that means exponents 1, exponents 1. So for the variables, what you're going to take, you always take the lowest. Well, it's the same variable, but you take the lowest exponents. So in this case, it would be R, and the lowest exponents is R1. All right. And the same thing for the S's. So if we do the S's here, we're going to see that S here, S1, this is S2, and this is S1 again. All right, so the S is present. So the variable has to be present in the 3 terms. And once it's present on the 3 terms, you take the lowest exponents, right? So this is going to be S1 out. Now, for the second part, how can we figure out? So it's really simple. We have 3 terms, so they are going to be staying the same. So for the first term, what should I multiply 6 to get 12? And that's going to be 2. What should I multiply R1 to get R2? And you see, for the exponents, I always add. So from 1 to 2, I need to add 1. So I'm going to put R1. For the S's, I have S1 here and I have S1. So I just don't put anything. So basically S0, but that is would be 1, right? Okay, so I'll move on to next term. So right now we are right here. So the minus sign is already set. 6 times 4 would be 24. And then R1 is there, so I can skip it. S to S2 is going to be S1. All right, so I'm adding the exponents. I'm adding these exponents. 1 plus 1 is going to give me a 2. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. 6 times 3 to get me 18. So I'm doing this. And R is already there. The S is already there. So I don't really need anything. And here you go. So this is your final answer.